Welcome back to Niner Wire. I changed the name again. Yes, I know. If you guys have any other name suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. I'm happy to hear your names, see if anything works better. I'm still trying to figure out, but right now I think I'm going to go with Niner Wire. But anyways, my name is Sam. I'm your host, and today we're going to be going through my first mock draft for the 2020 draft. This might be my only mock draft. It probably will be. But anyways, we're going to go through it pick by pick. It's just the first round. I tweeted this mock draft out last night, so you might have seen it already if you're on Twitter. By the way, make sure to follow me on Twitter at Stone Cold Kittle. But yeah, we're going to be going pick by pick, analyzing every pick, talking about team needs, everything. We're not just doing the Niners. We're going through the entire first round. There's going to be some trades here and there, surprise picks, everything. So, yeah, really looking forward to it. Once again, make sure to follow me on Twitter at Stone Cold Kittle. I post a lot of stuff like that mock draft. I've been tweeting a lot about the Niners. Speaking of the Niners, they signed some linebacker from the Cardinals. What is his name again? It's like John something. Hang on 1 second. What is his name? John Walker from the Cardinals. He's a really good run stopper. On the team for depth. Should be a good signing. But yeah, so I tweet stuff like that out, tweet other sports stuff. Yeah, so make sure to follow me there. And if you have any questions throughout the video, make sure to leave them in the live chat or in the comments below, depending on when you're watching this. Anyways, let's just get right into it. So let's start with the Cincinnati Bengals. With the first pick, the Cincinnati Bengals select Joe Burrow, quarterback, LSU. This is a simple pick. They need a quarterback. He's the best quarterback in the draft. They take him number one. We've been saying this for months now. I don't think I need to say more. Moving on. With the second pick, the Washington Redskins select Chase Young, defensive end, Ohio State. Another really easy pick, probably the best player in the draft. Redskins need an edge rusher. They're going to take him. I've seen Tua go on some boards for some reason to them. Now that's not going to happen considering they got, what's his face, Kyle Allen. They have Dwayne Haskins, in my opinion, should be their quarterback for the future. We'll see how that pans out. Obviously, had a down year last year, but I think Ron Rivera is going to do great things with them. But now they're going to improve the defense with Chase Young. Their defense, their overall team last year was pretty atrocious. So they're going to get an upgrade at edge with Chase Young. Ryan Kerrigan's another defensive end that they have. He can mentor him. I think he's still on the team. Not 100% sure. I haven't heard his name come up in a while now. So, but yeah, anyways, Chase Young, the Redskins at number 2. With the third pick, the Detroit Lions select Jeff Okudah, cornerback, Ohio State. Now, this is where things start to get interesting. I've seen a lot of drafts saying that there's going to be a trade here. I've seen Isaiah Simmons go here. I've seen Derek Brown go here. For the trade, I think the only way that trade happens is if the Chargers think that Tua is their guy, because Miami's going to get him at 5. Chargers are not. If he's still on the board at 5, Miami's going to take him. Chargers are not going to get him, so they're going to have to trade up to number 3 if they want to get him. That's the only way that the Lions trade back, in my opinion. I know it seems like they want to trade back, but I'm not 100% sure if it's going to happen considering the circumstances. You also, sorry, I just need to keep my phone on. That's where I wrote my mock draft down. You also have Isaiah Simmons and Derek Brown. The reason I don't think those two are happening is because Detroit's secondary was horrible last year, and they just lost their best corner, Darius Slay. They added Desmond Trufant. I know that's pretty good, but he's no Darius Slay. So they're going to take the best cornerback in this draft in Jeff Okudah at number 3, arguably the second best player in this draft as well. So in my opinion, it's a great pickup for them, and he'll be their cornerback for the future. With the fourth pick, the Giants select Tristan Wirfs, tackle, Iowa. This is a team that definitely needs to improve their O-line a lot. Wirfs is definitely the best O-lineman in the draft, if you ask me. He can play guard. He can play tackle. He can do it all, really. So I think the Giants are going to take him here. I saw like 1 or 2 mock drafts saying they're going to trade back. I don't think that's going to happen. Considering they need a tackle, there's talent on the board at number 4, worthy of going 4th overall. So they're going to take Tristan Wirfs that pick, which I think is going to be a great pickup for them. All right, with the 5th pick, the Miami Dolphins select Tua Tagovailoa, quarterback, Alabama. Another pretty simple pick. The Dolphins need a quarterback. They're going to take the best quarterback available in Tua. The tank for Tua paid off for them. In my opinion, you could even consider him to be the best quarterback on the board if he didn't get hurt. So I think it's going to be a great pickup for them. Quarterback for the future for the Dolphins, and it's going to work out really well for them at number 5. With the 6th pick, the Los Angeles Chargers select Justin Herbert, quarterback, Oregon. This is going to be a quarterback no matter what. I don't see how it wouldn't be. The Chargers have such a good team, in my opinion. Good receivers, good O-line, good tight end, good defense. They're just really good all around. Good running back too. They just don't have a quarterback, so they're going to take Justin Herbert if he's their guy. Again, as I said with the Lions, if Tua is their guy, they're going to trade up to number 3 and take them. But I'm not 100% sure on who their guy is, so we'll see what happens. But right now, I'm going to play it a bit safe and say they stay where they're at and they take Justin Herbert 6 overall. With the 7th pick, the Carolina Panthers select Isaiah Simmons, linebacker, Clemson. Now, the Panthers have a lot of needs overall. If Okudah falls to them, I bet they take Okudah, which I doubt that's going to happen. I doubt Detroit passes up on him. Another guy, again, Derek Brown and Isaiah Simmons. Those are the other 2 guys. But I think they're going to take Isaiah Simmons because, first of all, in my opinion, he is the better player. And second of all, they need someone to fill Luke Kuechly's role on the team. Also just really versatile. He can play safety too, which is kind of crazy. When you get that safety linebacker mix, that means that this kid's a special talent, especially when he's going top 10 talent as well. So I think they're going to take Isaiah Simmons there. Derek Brown, another option that could go there. I feel like we've been seeing that for a while up until Luke Kuechly retired, but I think Isaiah Simmons is going to be the better player for them, better player in this draft. So yeah, that's what I got for Carolina. With the 8th pick, the Arizona Cardinals select Mekhi Becton, tackle, Louisville. Now, this is going to be an offensive lineman. Ever since they got Hopkins, it was bound to be an offensive lineman. It might not be Becton. It could be Wirfs, could be Andrew Thomas. The only reason I'm saying Becton is because I think he fits their system the best. He's pretty agile, obviously really fast. He ran an insane 40 time. So, and I feel like when you have a mobile quarterback, it's good to have a faster line that can constantly block them. So, yeah, I feel like Mekhi Becton is going to be their pick at number 8. With the 9th pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Derek Brown, defensive tackle, Auburn. Again, another player that could go a lot higher, but I have him going 9th to the Jaguars. They lost Calais Campbell. Their defense is really depleted. I don't think it's their biggest need. I think cornerback's their biggest need, but they also have the 20th pick, which we'll get to a bit later. But spoiler alert, I do have them addressing the cornerback need at pick number 20. So they're going to take defensive tackle Derek Brown, fill another need, and get the best defensive player on the board right there. With the 10th pick, the Cleveland Browns select Jedrick Wills, tackle, Alabama. This is a steal for them. I'm telling you right now. He arguably could be the best tackle in this draft, better than Wirfs, and they're going to get him at number 10, which is pretty crazy. Another pick that should be O-line. They have their offense is stacked all around. Taking Jedrick Wills at number 10. And I think you also could get Andrew Thomas, Mekhi Becton, Tristan Wirfs if he's somehow still available. So it all depends on who's available, but it's going to be a tackle right there. With the 11th pick, the New York Jets select Andrew Thomas, tackle, Georgia. Now, this is where it gets a bit interesting. So the Jets need a number 1 receiver, and they need a left tackle. They've really improved their line a lot throughout the offseason. So that's why I have them taking a tackle, just get the icing on the cake. Andrew Thomas was once a unanimous top 5 talent, I felt like. So a consensus top 5 talent, I should say. So getting him at number 11 is a really good pickup for the Jets. Other options that could go Jerry Jeudy, CeeDee Lamb. I feel like they're going to want to focus on tackle on their O-line right there. I'm not 100% sure what the status on Robbie Anderson is, but he's another guy that could go well, he's on the Jets right now, but he's a free agent. So if they don't get him, I might not be as surprised to see them take a wide receiver. Well, I wouldn't be surprised to see them take a wide receiver, but I feel like I'd be more keen to saying that they would take a wide receiver. But anyways, right now they're going tackle at number 11, protect their quarterback. Nothing wrong with doing that, considering their O-line situation right now. With the 12th pick, the Oakland Raiders select Jerry Jeudy, wide receiver, Alabama. First receiver, because I don't really see that many. The top 10 picks, I don't think there's going to be a receiver taken unless there's a trade. 11 maybe. But then that would Jets would probably take either CeeDee Lamb or Jerry Jeudy. So the Raiders are going to get one or the other, either way. But they definitely need a number 1 receiver. That's, in my opinion, that's their biggest need. I know secondary is a big need. They have another first-round pick. Again, spoiler alert, they address that secondary need later on. So, but for now, they're going to take the arguably the best receiver in this class in Jerry Jeudy, which is going to be a huge addition to that team. All right, with the 13th pick, the San Francisco 49ers select CeeDee Lamb, wide receiver, Oklahoma. I've gone through this pick many times, so I'm not going to get too much into it, but we need number 1 receiver. We'll take CeeDee Lamb. We're not taking the cornerback because there's not really that much talent at 13 for a cornerback, nor defensive tackle. I don't think it's as big as a need. But anyways, I talked a lot about this pick in previous videos, the previous maybe 2 or 3 videos. So make sure to go watch them, leave likes on them, and subscribe if you want more Niners content so you can stay tuned with everything that's going on. Alrighty, with the 14th pick, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers trade the pick to Miami. So we got the first trade of this draft. I have them trading it for the 18th pick and the 26th pick, Miami's other 2 first-round picks, which if you ask me, it could be a bit. It could be a bit, but Miami also has so many. They have 14 picks this draft, I believe. So they're really all set. That I feel like they can make as many trades up as they want, and they're not going to be. They're not going to be hesitant to give up too much, in my opinion. But anyways, the Miami Dolphins now have this pick. And with this pick, they select Javon Kinlaw, defensive tackle of South Carolina. I might have pronounced the first name wrong. I'm sorry about that. But this is a guy who, in my opinion, is the second best defensive tackle in this draft behind Derek Brown. Miami's D-line has never been that good. They really need to just improve everything, if you ask me. So, yeah, I have them taking Derek Brown. Sorry, I'm just getting distracted with the notifications coming in because I'm doing this from my phone. Hey, I'm going to turn my ringer off. All right, anyways, so they're taking Javon Kinlaw, not Derek Brown. If Derek Brown fell to them, they would for sure trade up. But this is a trade that I think is going to work for both teams. Tampa also teens, so they trade down. Good decision from them. And they're going to they get more picks as well, obviously. It won't be too much because 2 firsts for another first is a lot, if you ask me, especially when you're moving up 4 spots. So, anyways, Miami takes Javon Kinlaw, fills that hole on D-line a little bit. They need, honestly, everything, so you really could just take whoever you want. I think, honestly, you could say this is the best player in the draft right there, Javon Kinlaw, currently. So, best player available, I should say. So, there you go. I'm not going to get too much more into that. With the 15th pick, the Denver Broncos select Henry Ruggs III, wide receiver, Alabama. This pick I've seen almost. This is a consensus pick. The Broncos taking Henry Ruggs, even if they trade up. I've heard Henry Ruggs is going to be their guy, so I think Henry Ruggs is their guy. I'm going to trust that, and he falls to them at 15, which is really lucky for them. They need another receiver to pair next to Courtland Sutton. They get their guy at 15. With the 16th pick, the Atlanta Falcons select K'Lavon Chaisson. I might have pronounced that name wrong again. Linebacker, LSU. This pick, another consensus pick that I've seen all throughout the board, all throughout mock drafts and everything. They need a linebacker. They take him. He can also play edge, which they also desperately need. So it's really just a perfect fit for them. They good talent for number 16 overall. So yeah, in my opinion, it's a pretty good pick overall for them, and I bet that's what they're probably going to do if he falls to them. With the 17th pick, the Dallas Cowboys select C.J. Henderson, cornerback, Florida. They need to fill in that need that Byron Jones left behind when he left for Miami. So they get their guy, C.J. Henderson, second best cornerback in the draft, if you ask me, behind Okudah. Hang on. Dion Lewis signed with the Giants. That's not that big of a deal. It doesn't affect my mock draft at all. Anyway, yeah, C.J. Henderson to the Cowboys. They fill their need at cornerback, and they get their guys, probably the second best cornerback in this draft behind Okudah. Great pickup from them at number 17. With the 18th pick, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers via that Miami trade that I addressed earlier, select Austin Jackson, tackle, USC. This is a bit of a reach, I will say, but they need a tackle. He's the best tackle available, and they're going to take him right here. I will be very surprised if they don't take a tackle round 1. Maybe they go round 2 tackle, but I feel like tackles are going to be getting off the board quickly. So I think to be safe, they take their guy at number 18. Bit of a reach, but number 26, they got some other guys that they can take there that will. I don't really know how to phrase it, but anyways, they take Austin Jackson, number 18. Let's just leave it at that. With the 19th pick, the Oakland Raiders select Trayvon Diggs, cornerback, Alabama. Another cornerback off the board. Now, the next few picks, a lot of defensive backs are going to go off the board, spoiler alert. But Raiders get their guy. They need another cornerback more than they do need safety, in my opinion. Their secondary is just not very good. So Trayvon Diggs is going to fill that need really well for them. great cornerback. Everything you're going to be looking for a DB, he's probably going to have. So they're going to get their guy at 19. I think it's a great pickup for them. With the 20th overall pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Christian Fulton, cornerback, LSU. Another cornerback off the board. Jaguars fill their biggest need, in my opinion, at cornerback. Yeah, I don't need to say much. They got their guy. And he's pretty decent, in my opinion, too. He could go ahead of Diggs, if you ask me, but we'll see what happens. Obviously, this is a mock draft, so this is not going to be perfect. So bear with me. All right, with the 21st pick, the Philadelphia Eagles select Justin Jefferson, wide receiver, LSU. This is another consensus pick I've seen throughout the board. Eagles have their biggest need is hands down wide receiver. Justin Jefferson's probably the fourth top 5 receiver in this draft, maybe fourth best, depending on who you ask. But he's going to go number 21 to the Eagles. I've seen this pick all throughout mock drafts happening at 21, so I think it's going to be a great pickup for them. With the 22nd pick, the Minnesota Vikings select A.J. Terrell, cornerback, Clemson. Now, this is the pick they got for Stephon Diggs. You might be thinking they could use a wide receiver here. I think cornerback right now is their bigger need. Plus, they have another pick in a few picks later, so they'll address that. Spoiler alert. But anyways, they get A.J. Terrell, another great cornerback in this draft, and they take him. Yeah, they take him at number 22. Fill that need that Xavier Rhodes left behind. So. Yeah, great overall pick in my opinion. Let me take a sip of water. Talking a bit too fast. Trying to get through this. All right, anyways, moving on. With the 23rd pick, the New England Patriots select Jordan Love, quarterback, Utah State. This team needs a quarterback. They take the best one available. I'm not going to say anymore. With the 24th pick, the New Orleans Saints trade this pick to the Eagles, and they select Xavier McKinney, safety, Alabama. Now, the Saints trade this pick because they only have 5 picks this entire draft. So they trade back, get more picks. Meanwhile, the Eagles, I believe they have 7 or 8 picks, something around there. But anyways, they take Xavier McKinney. I don't know how to pronounce it totally. But they need a safety pretty badly. There's Malcolm Jenkins left, and he was probably the best safety in this class as well. Yeah, that's another reason they're taking him, because he's probably the best safety in this class. So you don't have to get some cornerback who might not even be a top 5 talent for that position. So you get a top 2 talent for that position at safety right there at 24. Great pickup for them, in my opinion. With the 25th pick, the Minnesota Vikings select Jalen Reagor, wide receiver, TCU. In my opinion, this guy is the best receiver on the board at this point. They need a receiver after they traded Diggs. They needed a receiver before they traded Diggs. They also lost Laquan Treadwell. He signed with Atlanta. So they get their guy, Jalen Reagor, at number 25. They also could swap 22 and 25. I don't know. I don't know what my process was for that. Never mind. I do. Because A.J. Terrell at 22, you got Philly trading up at 20. No, not Philly trade up. New Orleans holds pick 24, and they could use another cornerback too. So just to be safe, they get their guy A.J. Terrell 22 ahead of New Orleans, number 25. They take Jalen Reagor, who probably should be still be on the board, unless New Orleans trades with the team that needs a wide receiver. But yeah, Jalen Reagor, great pickup for them. Fills that hole at receiver they've been needing to fill for a while now. So yeah. With the 26th pick, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, via that Miami deal, select DeAndre Swift, running back, Georgia. First running back off the board is DeAndre Swift. They need a running back. Peyton Barber is a free agent. Ronald Jones isn't. Their running back core is not really that good. It's okay. And that would just really be the icing on the cake for the offense. Tom Brady, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, O.J. Howard's decent, I guess you could say. And now you get a first-round running back. So now I think their offense is really set for the future. I know they didn't address defense this round. They need to address that a little bit next round for sure, depending on – they're going to get picks from Miami too, maybe a bit more than just the 2 first. But we'll see what happens then. I bet there could be another deal later on. So with one of those 2 picks that they acquired. So yeah, but that's what I got for number 26. With the 27th pick, Seattle selects A.J. Epinesa, defensive end, Iowa. I might have pronounced that name wrong again. But this is a pick that I don't want to happen. AJ Epinesa is a beast. They need Seahawks need an edge rusher. He's probably one of the better edge rushers in this draft, so they're going to take him number 27. I don't really want to be facing him, so I'm hoping this doesn't happen. They take some other guy that's not that good, but sorry, I'm just stretching. Anyways, yeah, they're going to take AJ Epinesa, in my opinion. They're probably going to take an edge rusher considering Clowney might not be back with the team. So, yeah, that's my pick for number 27. The 28th pick, Baltimore Ravens select Kenneth Murray, linebacker, Oklahoma. To be quite honest, Ravens don't have that many needs. But linebacker, if they had a need that they needed to fill, linebacker, I guess you could say was. I think 2 of their 3 starting linebackers are free agents now, from what I read. Yeah, so they're going to fill their need. Kenneth Murray, pretty decent linebacker, one of the better ones in this class. So they'll get him at number 28, which in my opinion is a really good pickup. With the 29th pick, the Tennessee Titans selected Josh Jones, tackle Houston. Now, this is the pick I'm pretty sure is going to be another tackle. They lost Jack Conklin, I think that's how you pronounce his name, to the Browns. He signed with them. So they're going to take another tackle at 29, fill that hole at right tackle, and that they should be good. In my opinion, Josh Jones is the best tackle on the board at 29 right now, so they're going to make the easy decision and take him right there. With the 30th pick, the Green Bay Packers select Denzel Mims, wide receiver, Baylor. This is another pick that I've seen go in almost every mock draft. They need a receiver badly. They only really have Devontae Adams. They also lost Jimmy Graham, so that's minus another target. So they're going to take another receiver. Denzel Mims is my guy, in my opinion, for them. And I think he's going to do really well in Green Bay. All right, with the 31st pick, the San Francisco 49ers trade the pick, this time to Miami, another Miami trade. I'm not 100% sure if Miami's going to do, if they're going to trade up twice, because that's asking a lot if you ask me, but they're going to trade up. Niners are going to trade down with some team who has probably, I would say, an early-ish second round pick and maybe a third or a fourth. They'll probably do that. And Grant Delpit's arguably the best safety in this class. He fell to 31, which in my opinion is a big steal for them. So they take him at 31, fill that hole, which in my opinion is going to be a really good pick for them. All right, last but not least, with the 32nd pick, the Chiefs select Jeff Gladney, cornerback, TCU. Again, another team that doesn't have too many needs, but they do have some unsigned cornerbacks, free agents. So I don't know if they're going to keep them, but they're going to take, in my opinion, as of now, they're going to take Jeff Gladney, probably the best cornerback on the board, one of the best cornerbacks on the board, I should say. And they take him at number 32. Marcus Mariota officially signed with the Raiders. That doesn't affect the draft at all, considering the Raiders aren't taking a quarterback. But anyways, yeah, Jeff Gladney, number 32. And that concludes the first round, and that concludes this mock draft. Thank you all so much for watching. I know I said earlier I was going to do a reaction to the Rams logo, but first of all, I hate it. And second of all, the timing wasn't that good for when I was planning to do the video. It didn't work out for me. So sorry about that. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the mock draft. Once again, if you have any questions about it, make sure to leave it in the comments below. And thank you all for watching. Go Niners.